the simplicity of our faith.
That's good.
It is easy when we think about Christianity, when we think about the Bible, when we think about the gospel, it's easy to get caught up in small stuff. You know, and I'll identify some of the small stuff here in a few moments. But I want us to really look tonight at the simplicity of our faith.
Amen.
John 15, verses 9 through 17, page 1409. Now, this is such a wonderful passage as Jesus is spending his last hours with his best friends as they have celebrated the Passover together, and he's teaching them and really focusing in on, I think, the most important aspects of the kingdom, the most important elements of his teaching as he is kind of giving them his last words for them to remember.
Hang on. Okay, try now.
Okay. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. If you obey my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have obeyed my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this, so that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be complete.
Mm-hmm.
My command is this: love each other as I have loved you.
Mm-hmm.
Greater love has no one than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends, if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants. And by the way, note that phrase, you are my friends if you do what I command. And it's easy for us to think, oh, his commands. Well, don't do this, do good things, go to church. You know, his commands, right? But what has he said his command is?
Love one another.
Love one another. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends. For everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known to you. You did not choose me. And by the way, that was the typical process of apprenticing with a rabbi. That someone would see a rabbi, hear a rabbi, and approach them. May I be your disciple? But Jesus said, that's not the way I'm doing it. You didn't choose me, but I chose you and appointed you to go and bear fruit that will last. Then the Father will give you whatever you ask in my name. This is my command. Love each other.
Mm-hmm.
And as attentive as we ever want to be to the words of Jesus, we particularly want to be attentive to those words that he repeats. By this will all men know that you are my disciples, John 13:34. By this will all men know you are my disciples, if you love one another. And then he set the standard for that love. Even as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
Mm-hmm.
And what was he about to do? He was about to lay down his life for his friends as the supreme act of love. Karen, I may have these next two.
You do, but
I did, but you, thank you. We want to continue to pray